Welcome to another edition of TKO 8 News. We hope all of you had a safe and enjoyable Memorial Holiday weekend. Angie Lynn McChristian of Mountain Home has pled guilty to charges stemming from her borrowing a vehicle and failing to return it, and given 3 years of probation in order to pay $200 in restitution. Prosecutors alleged that 38-year-old McChristian approached the victim, telling him her cousin had been in a car accident and she needed to borrow his vehicle so she could check on the relative's condition. The victim reported that when McChristian failed to return the vehicle, he began texting her with no response. The victim contacted another relative of McChristian's and was told that no one in the family had been involved in a traffic accident. When Gassville police made contact with McChristian, she had said that she had left the car at a bus depot in Harrison and was leaving the state. Officers with the Harrison Police Department began watching for her at the bus stop, but she failed to appear. The victim then made 2 trips to Harrison to see if he could find his vehicle with no luck, but eventually came across it parked at the post office in Mountain Home. When police finally caught up with McChristian, she had been driving around drunk, got paranoid, and parked the vehicle since she did not want to break the law by driving while intoxicated. McChristian reported she had decided to abandon the vehicle and threw the keys into the bushes at the post office. She was arrested and charged with felony theft by deception and driving on a suspended driver's license. A Baxter County woman reportedly gone missing in Little Rock. Officials are reporting that 24-year-old Brittany Brown of the Big Flat community was last seen or heard of on Friday at the Electric Cowboy nightclub near Interstate 30. Brown is described as 5 foot 1 inches tall, 115 pounds, a white woman with brown hair. Anyone with information as to her whereabouts is asked to contact the Little Rock Detective Richard Higgleman or any violent crimes detective at 501-404-3051. A Sunday afternoon traffic stop led to the arrest of a rural Gassville man. 41-year-old Christopher Jenkins was booked into the Baxter County Detention Center on felony counts of possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and a probation violation, along with misdemeanor counts of possession of marijuana. His arrest came after Deputy Craig Gates observed a blue pickup truck being driven in an erratic manner. The deputy initiated the traffic stop in the Henderson Park campground area and made contact with the driver, identified as Jenkins. Jenkins was unable to produce a driver's license or a vehicle documentation, and Deputy Gates reportedly could smell an odor of burned marijuana. As of news time, he remains in the Baxter County Jail on a $5,000 bond. The Arkansas Court of Appeals has upheld a July 2017 ruling finding the city of Mountain Home did not breach its contract by overcharging for water it sells to the Northeast Public Water Authority. The Water Authority, which provides water to about 1,800 residents, filed the lawsuit in November of 2015, contending the city had overcharged for water it sold to the authority under the terms of an agreement updated in 2012. In his ruling in 2017, Judge Gordon Webb wrote the city did not breach its agreement with the Water Authority, and the price charged by the city for water purchases was permitted by the agreement and was appropriate. In upholding Webb's decision, the Court of Appeals Judge David Glover wrote in his decision that a court cannot make a contract for parties but can only construe and enforce the contract the parties have made between themselves. In this case, Judge Webb did just that. He construed and enforced the contract made by the two parties. Well, the Buffalo National River will have a new superintendent this summer. National Park Service Midwest Regional Director Cam Sholey has announced that Dinosaur National Monument Superintendent Mark Faust will take on his new role in the late July of this year. Faust has spent the last 4 years at the Monument in Utah and Colorado. Prior to the assignment at Dinosaur State Park, he was the chief ranger at Glacier National Park in Montana for 8 years. He has also served in supervisory and ranger positions at Chickasaw National Recreation Area in Oklahoma. In addition, Frost is an incident commander for the National Park Service's Type 2 All-Risk Incident Management Teams, working on major incidents and events including hurricanes, floods, and presidential inaugurations. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at some headline news from around the region as TKO 8 News continues.
On any given day here at Main Street Service Center, we might be working on a Ford like's on the 4-post lift over my shoulder, or an Infiniti that's back on the back bay, or a Toyota, or a BMW, or right here a Hyundai. You just never know what's going to come into the shop and what their needs might be, but you can rest assured that at Main Street Service Center, whatever you're driving, we can take care of it for you, whether it's oil and filter changes all the way up to engine and transmission replacements. And get this, we've been in business for 29 years and there's still things that we can't do, and we're not too proud to say it. So if you bring us something and it's over our head or out of our capabilities of expertise or tools, we're not too proud to say it, because we want your vehicle fixed correctly, right, and the first time.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
Join Sammy Klein Thursdays and Fridays during the TKO 8 local newscast for this week's closing livestock market report, made possible by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte. Quality Feed Grains has you covered. Everything for cattle, pets, deer, equine, poultry, seed and spray, show feed, and garden. Check their website, qualityfeedgrains.com, now for this month's special. Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte, proud sponsors of the Livestock Report with Sammy Klein on Harrison's broadcast station TKO Channel 8.
Plants, plants, and more plants. That's what you'll find at Camp's Plants in Harrison. Perennials, annuals, ferns, hanging baskets, shrubs, roses, decorative trees, and the largest selection of garden vegetables in the area. With different varieties arriving weekly, you're sure to find the perfect plant, shrub, or tree at the best price in the area. Camp's Plants in business for over 33 years in Harrison.
Summer is just around the corner, and the staff at Harness Boots and Shoes are ready with all the latest styles of tennis shoes, sandals, dress shoes, casual shoes, boots, and hiking shoes. You'll find the most popular brands such as Merrell, Birkenstock, Chaco, New Balance, and Twisted X for men, women, and children. And if you don't find the style or color you want in stock, they'll be happy to order them for you. Don't forget, $10 down will hold anything in the store on layaway. Harness Boots and Shoes on the west side of the square in beautiful downtown Harrison.
Authorities say a 16-month-old girl is dead after being struck by a vehicle that was backing out of a parking area in Johnson County, Arkansas. State police said that the girl was struck by the vehicle at about 5:15 a.m. on Saturday morning in a rural part of the county. The girl was then taken to Arkansas Children's Hospital in Little Rock. Pulaski County Coroner Jerome Hobbs said the girl died at the hospital on Sunday night. No other injuries were reported. A fall trial date has now been set for 2 Arkansas residents accused of recording sex acts at public locations. According to an order in the Craighead County Court, the jury trial for Truman residents Leslie Sessions and Derek Calloway is set to begin September 24th. Each faces 3 counts of public display of hardcore sexual conduct, 3 counts of sale of possession or distribution of obscene film, and 3 counts of promoting obscene performances. Police say the 2 were arrested in July and are believed to have filmed sex acts in Jonesboro at a restaurant, in a home improvement store parking lot, at a nature center, and at a city park. Authorities say the pair promoted the video recordings on social media. And a Fort Worth, Texas man is awaiting extradition to Arkansas, where he now faces capital murder charge for slaying at a Central Arkansas hotel earlier this month. Arkansas authorities say 22-year-old Andre Morstan is the 3rd person charged in the May 8th shooting death of a Whitewater, Wisconsin man, Leon Perdue, at a Days Inn motel in Conway. The Border Patrol says that Morstan was arrested last week in Laredo, Texas, along the Texas-Mexico border. Also charged is Perdeue's killing is 24-year-old Zachary Kishi, who faces a count of conspiracy to commit murder, and his 50-year-old mother, Sherry Kishi of Maumelle. Click It or Ticket ticket program has landed one woman in jail in connection with a separate incident in the Forest City area. Tara Terry of Forest City was arrested May the 25th on a warrant alleging aggravated assault, endangering the welfare of a minor, terroristic threatening, and criminal mischief. According to the police, they had been looking for Terry after getting a call about shots being fired in a residential area on April 27th. The victim told police that she was picking up her 3-year-old daughter when she saw Terry waving a gun and making threatening remarks, and then shooting out the victim's back glass as she drove away. Recent census figures indicate that Arkansas is the fastest growing cities are most likely suburbs, while more rural, smaller cities are shrinking in population. The U.S. Census Bureau has released data including the state's population changes between 2010 and 2017. The figures show that about 65% of the state's more than 500 cities shrunk, during the same time period. All but 23 of the shrinking cities had 5,000 or fewer population. The census report also showed that growth in the suburbs' larger urban core ranges from moderate to thriving, depending on the metropolitan area. We'll be back with the weather forecast as we move through the work week, but first, here's the way the stock market ended today. Well, the holiday weekend was hot and humid, a few pop-up showers here or there, but just downright hot. We have moved from, I guess you'd say, winter into summer, kind of left spring out. Well, it was hot again today, very humid out there. Felt even warmer than the actual air temperature, 86 degrees for an afternoon high, with the heat indices near 92 degrees. But it's going to get even hotter as we move through the work week. Here's the way it looks as we move on through a short work week. Wednesday looks to be about the same as today, but even warmer. Partly cloudy skies, 92 degrees in the afternoon. We do have a chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms, at least half of the day on Thursday. Those will be in the area, as I mentioned, till about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be hot, 90 degrees, 80% chance you might get a sprinkle or two. And then on a Friday, again, partly cloudy skies, 96 degrees. On Saturday, partly cloudy, 97 degrees. A little bit cooler on Sunday, and mostly sunny skies and about 87 degrees. So upper 90s for several days here, with the humidity could put us near 100 or more. So please be careful if you have to work outside or be outside. When the temperatures get near the 100-degree mark with a high humidity, make sure you take in plenty of liquids and try to stay in the shade as much as you can, and put sunscreen on if you're out and about, particularly on the streams, rivers, lakes, whatever. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at sports from around the region as TKO 8 News continues.
Inland Waste Solutions works diligently to be good stewards of the environment. Reducing waste via curbside recycling services, Inland Waste Solutions takes this mission seriously, but they need your help. When putting your waste and recyclables in their respective curbside containers, be sure that cross-contamination doesn't occur. Please only place recyclable materials in the yellow top bins. Check your recycling do's and don'ts list before you throw any item into the yellow top recycle bin. Together we can make a difference. Inland Waste Solutions, local people serving local people in Harrison.
Your summer starts here. With a great deal on a new Toyota, you can celebrate all the season has to offer.
Like graduations, Mother's Day, camping, family reunions, paddleboarding, hiking, the beach, fishing trips, county fairs, road trips. Me first!
During the Summer Starts Here sales event, get $2,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4. Offers end June 4th.
Get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. Did you know that we are part of an independent retailers co-op that allows us to offer you extra savings? With conscious foods becoming more popular, you see them everywhere, which is a good thing. What you can't get just anywhere is a knowledgeable team of people who want to provide you with top-notch customer service. With our co-op buying option, Nature's Wonders can offer you the customer service you expect, along with prices comparable to those in larger stores. The ideal shopping experience. Come see how affordable healthy living can be at Nature's Wonders in Harrison.
Zach Watson hit a 2-run homer in the 6th inning, and Zach Hess allowed only 1 hit in 7 innings, leading LSU to a 2-1 victory Saturday over the Arkansas Razorbacks in the Southeastern Conference Tournament semifinals. Arkansas had a pair of hits in the 8th, but the Tigers escaped with a flyout and a fielder's choice. The game was delayed for some 90 minutes for bad weather starting in the 3rd inning. Speaking of baseball, the St. Louis Cardinals rookie reliever Jordan Hicks is lighting up the radar guns and shuttling down opponents. The 21-year-old is challenging New York Yankees closer Andres Chapman as the hardest thrower in baseball. Hicks has hit 105-mile-per-hour pitches multiple times this season, and his sinker regularly reaches triple digits. Hicks made the jump from Class A to the majors this season. He says he's not sure where his power comes from and that he simply focuses on throwing the ball hard. Wow. Miguel Sano belted a 2-run homer. Eddie Rosario hit a 3-run double, and the Minnesota Twins snapped a 4-game skid with an 8-5 victory over the Kansas City Royals on Sunday afternoon. Lance Lynn pitched 6 effective innings to win his 2nd consecutive start after a dreadful stretch in the first part of the season with the Twins. Jonathan Villar and Christian Yelich homered, and Ryan Braun had 3 hits to lead the Milwaukee Brewers to an 8-3 victory over the St. Louis Cardinals. Milwaukee starter Brent Sutter allowed 3 runs in 5 innings. He hit a 2-run double in the 4th that gave Milwaukee a 4-0 lead. With the victory, Milwaukee has won 4 of the 10th in the last 10 ball games. Josh Sargent became the latest teenager to debut for the U.S. national team and scored an exhibition against Bolivia, an 18-year-old from O'Fallon, Missouri. Sargent is a part of a youth movement that began after the Americans failed to qualify for this year's World Cup. And that wraps up our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and local announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more local events around the Beauty.